It isn't really Christmas until we see John McClane drop Hans Gruber off the Nakatomi Tower. This 1988 movie achieved the impossible by standing out from all of the other action movies in the 1980s, which is quite an achievement, seeing as the 80s had some absolute bangers. I was lucky enough to catch this legendary movie in the cinema for this festive season, and we all know it's famous for featuring a wonderful collection of iconic firearms. So with that, I am proud to present the guns of Die Hard. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm Bada Bing, and you have tuned into my video which features the main guns from this Christmas masterpiece. Now, there are two kinds of people. Those that know that Die Hard is a Christmas film, and then there's the other people that are wrong. Despite what Bruce Willis says, it's a Christmas movie. I don't know why people are still debating this fact. It's a theme that's been referenced within this film at least 100 times, it's gotta be.
Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but he has dementia, so what does he know, really? That was a bit dark.
Enough jokes.
Anyway, I'm thrilled to be making firearm content. I recently went on a trip to Poland where I visited Big Gun Shooting Range in Krakow, and I had set my sights on choosing a selection of firearms that we saw from Die Hard. So before we get into it, thank you for joining me today. My usual content surrounds airsoft gas blowback toy replicas, much like this one. However, because of my recent range time, I had the perfect opportunity to branch out to actual firearm content. On this channel, I provide honest reviews, a handsome presenter, and coffee. Not just any coffee, Bada Bing coffee. Yes, making quality content just wasn't enough to whet my appetite, and since I had featured a mug of coffee in almost all of my videos, a friend of mine suggested that I roast my own coffee. Thus, Bada Bing Coffee was born, and I offer ethically sourced single origins, all roasted and posted by me. You can try my freshly roasted goodness at badabingcoffee.com. I ship worldwide too, so you don't just have to live in the UK to benefit from the taste sensation. Treat yourself, you deserve it. Before we get into it, I recorded the following range videos with these Ray-Ban smart glasses, and due to the regulations at the range, I had to wear these hideous safety goggles over them. Caused a bit of a glare, which is unfortunate. It is what it is. Anyway, back to it. The guns of Die Hard. Let's do this.
See, to magic, then back to worthy, right? Boom! 2 points.
The very first introduction to one of the most badass villains comes in the form of Carl, with his suppressed Walther PPK. This was an essential piece for my range experience. It's infinitely iconic, and also Alexander Godunov was able to do something that 6 James Bond actors never could. Fire one suppressed.
And reload. Okay. Three times.
Sadly, I didn't have access to a silenced PPK, so I'll just have to make do with this airsoft toy version.
Get on the jet to Tokyo and ask the chairman. I'm telling you, you're just gonna have to kill me. Okay.
Hans Gruber opened Mr. Takagi's mind with his chromed 9mm H&K MP5 handgun. The real P7 was a comfortable pistol to hold, and because of its low bore axis, it was easy to shoot.
Must press this and trigger at the same time.
Squeeze cocker. Okay. H&K MP5. Beautiful. This is probably my most favourite handgun ever. I watched it being used in all of the movies growing up, especially in this one, and I had carried the airsoft gas blowback version on the field since I was about 13 or 14. Using the Beretta 92F was a dream come true. As I'm already intimately familiar with it, running the real thing was second nature. Airsoft really works as a training aid. Hearing people complain about it for so many years, saying how uncomfortable it is to hold or use, with the major concern being its large grip frame. Now, I've got really small, girly hands. However, despite this fact, I was still able to run the Beretta better than you, and pretty much all the military professionals across the world. Probably. Beretta.
92.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
We are both professionals. This is personal.
The legendary henchman Carl is back, and he has a score to settle. I love the impatience of this man. Loose end? Check. Dead brother? Check. Time to introduce the extreme level of Austrian efficiency. Carl's secret weapon, the Steyr AUG.
No one kills him but me.
Sadly, I only had 10 shots with this one, and before I knew it, I had blown my load. Yeah, that happens to the best of us, but at least I had fun. That's the main thing. I had a stovepipe malfunction, and before I had a chance to clear it, the range guy had yanked it out. I would have preferred to have done that myself.
Now I have a machine gun.
Ho, ho, ho.
If you've been watching my channel for a while, you would know how important this singular experience would be for me, because this is the very moment I feel my life was building up to. After 30-something years of being into guns, since I could crawl, I had the opportunity to use a real MP5 submachine gun. I had seen videos of patrons at Big Gun Range use a fully automatic MP5, and I really couldn't believe it was a possibility until I laid my hands on one. Now, in the film, they only had access to chopped and converted HK 94s, mocked up to pose as select fire MP5s. So while this isn't exactly the same as what they had in Die Hard, I think you will forgive me for the incredible compromise that I have made. Much like the Beretta, I'm just as acquainted with MP5s, and again, I could run it much better than the SAS, probably. My favourite MP5.
Automatic full, triple, single.
Okay. Start off with a bit of semi. Why not? Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, good God, thank you. I really cannot articulate how it felt to use this SMG. The experience transcended all kinds of euphoria that I've ever felt, to the point where I could only describe this feeling as pure happiness. Even if I were in the throes of passion with Xenia on a top, I don't think that would even come close. And I honestly had Admiral Chuck's expression written all over my face for the rest of the day. I can truly say that that moment changed my whole life.
Merry Christmas.
What with the access to this kind of hardware so close to where I live, within a couple of hours relatively speaking, I don't need to fly all the way across the Atlantic to have the same experience. I could fly in first thing in the morning, have some lunch, some 9mm therapy, and then fly back all in the same day. I don't know why I left it this long to have this experience, but there you go. The guns of Die Hard are amongst the most sophisticated and stylish firearms of that era. The options chosen by the villains reveals a lot about them, setting a tone that subtly indicates that these professionals prioritize quality and rugged dependability.
They're well financed and very slick.
Fresh off the success of Lethal Weapon, another Christmas movie by the way, introduced the Beretta 92F as the serious high-capacity answer to the well-equipped bad guys of the 1980s. It was the great equalizer that took care of business in the face of overwhelming odds, and I can definitely see why it has done so well. If you have any recommendations on other gun movies you'd like me to focus on, please let me know in the comments section. I'll use any excuse to go back for some range time. After watching Die Hard on the big screen the other day, it's still a timeless classic, and it's such a well-made movie. The pacing is smooth, and even though the runtime is quite long, it certainly doesn't feel like it. The character development unfolds wonderfully and effortlessly sets up each action sequence. Michael Kamen's score is sensational, adding tension and thrills when required, and equally turns off at that exact moment when faced with heart-stopping falls into darkness. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Not sure C4, a computer monitor and an office chair could detonate, but who cares when the result looked like this. Alan Rickman nailed the delivery of the building swaying after that one. The big screen experience sold the high stakes, and most importantly, the fear of heights and falling. McClane's MP5 sling breaking off, sending him plummeting, made my arse twitch, if I'm honest. Thanks for watching the video, everyone. To all of you that have supported me from day one, or from today, I appreciate each and every one of you. I enjoy making cool videos for cool people. Don't forget, if you'd like to try some Bada Bing coffee, link is in the description. For regular updates, check out my Instagram and Facebook. So until next time, take care, my friends.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.